So what's up, you guys? Just Sean here, and today we're gonna talk about a little bit of anime news. Basically, I think that's what I'm gonna use this channel for primarily. Um, so yeah, but with that being said, let's get into it. Now, today I want to talk a little bit about the newer releases that are coming out throughout the month of January. It is a really stacked month this month, and when I say I'm probably not gonna be able to get to watch everything, I never do. I never do get to watch everything, but I always try and make it my mission to watch anything that looks remotely interesting or something that might look inherently different from what we see every day. Um, and that's what I did for the fall season. So, and it looks like we got some bangers for this season. I think the year in all is going to have a pretty good year. But for today, let's go over some of the newer releases for January. So today, actually, what's today? Today is, let me check the date real quick. So today is, let me see. So today is January the 5th. I know I've missed a couple things coming out, but I've already started watching some things, and some things I haven't yet. The first one on our list of January the 1st is The Way of the House Husband, Season 2. Now, I never did get into The Way of the House Husband, but I've seen so many clips from Season 1 that made me like belly laugh, like guffaw, like for real. It's a pretty good show. And I need to sit down and actually watch season 1 so I can get to season 2, because now I got 2 seasons of something to catch up with, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Definitely gives me more work to do, and I enjoy more work in this kind of medium. But yeah, Waited House Husband, basically, it returns with the same antics and stuff like that. I'm sure the story's different, but I've heard nothing but good things from the first season, and I'm sure the second season is stellar also. So now we have for January 4th, I have seen 2 out of the 3 anime that I have listed here. The first one is The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague. Now that one I did check out, and it's pretty chill. I think it's pretty cool. It's in a world where there are, I guess, for lack of a better term, yokai, which are just basically another word for spirits, and they're living normal lives. And it's about this one girl who's finally gotten into the workforce. I assuming she's just graduated high school, and she worked in an office, and this is her first time. And then she just so happens to stumble upon a guy that happens to have ice powers. Basically, he descends from a snowman. I kid you not, and I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, the guy, he has issues with controlling his ice powers. They're fueled by his emotions, basically, and they run into each other. And she helps him kind of de-thaw, because he was kind of stressed out because he's going to his first job also. So yeah, and then basically that's what it is for the first episode. They're warming up to each other, and it seems like they have some good chemistry. So yeah, that's something that I'll probably stick with until the end. The next one is Bungo Stray Dogs, Season 4. Now Season 4, I haven't even watched Season 1, but I do know that it is kind of I won't say cult classic, but it does have a nice sized community, I think. And yeah, I don't know too much about Bungo Stray Dogs, but I always see clips of it everywhere on the internet, so it's kind of hard to stay away from. But that came out yesterday, so episode 1 is on Crunchyroll, I'm pretty sure. The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague is also on Crunchyroll, just in case somebody needs to know that. And then we have Tomo-chan is a Girl, which is also another anime that's on Crunchyroll right now. And it's a very fun series, I think. Very very goofy, very kind of comedic. It's basically about this Tom girl, and she hangs out with this dude, and they've been kind of, they're kind of got an interesting relationship, and basically her goal is to kind of get him to see her as a girl, and she likes him, and low-key he kind of likes her too. So at first I thought it was going to be the issue where the girl or the guy is oblivious, or and I kind of don't like that trope where dude is just not paying attention at all. I'm just like, how do you not see that? But it didn't go that route, so yeah. But yeah, I just think that's definitely a watch. Next one is we have for today, January 5th, is Spy Classroom. Now, I think if I remember correctly, Spy Classroom is on High Dive, pretty sure. And it looks pretty interesting from what I saw. It wasn't too much from the trailers that they showed. They didn't show too much of it. But I do want to check that out. I want to see what that's talking about. A few of the anime don't really have, all that many spoilers unless you've already read the manga or the light novels or anything. So, yeah, some of them are pretty hard to explain. But yeah, so Spy Family. Then we have Danmachi Season 4 Part 2. Now I got on Danmachi I can't say last year anymore, 2021, for the first time. In July, I watched all 3 seasons in one go, and I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I like the main character. I like the fight scenes. There's a lot of fight scenes. He's always surprising everybody. The animation was pretty good. And yeah, and it seems like every season has a different story to tell. Season 4 is not only having more of that, but it's also gonna be 20 some odd episodes. It's gonna have 2 parts, which I thought was pretty cool. Excuse me, because the other Danmachi seasons didn't really have more than 12 episodes. So I'm glad to see that they decided to make the seasons longer, because we want more Danmachi, basically. So yeah, season 4 part 2. I've already seen part 1. I do plan on watching part 2 eventually. Episode 1 should be on High Dive right now, if I remember correctly. So go check that out. Season 4 part 1 and 2. Then we also have Revenger, which is, I think, an original anime. I can't remember correctly, but that is coming out. And then we have Oni Mai, I'm Not Your Sister, which is, from what I've seen from the trailer, very over the top, very brightly colored, I think. And it's basically, from what I can tell, about this story about this sister that transforms her brother into a girl, which is a goofy idea, and it might hit. Honestly, it might be pretty funny. Not sure which streaming service that's on yet. I'm thinking it's on High Dive, or it actually might be on Crunchyroll. I can't remember, but I'll get back to you on that one. For January the 6th, we have 3. We have Farming Life in Another World, which, funnily enough, is the anime that is going to be created by MAPPA. Or maybe not that one. There is another one that was called Cooking Skills in Another World, I'm pretty sure. I always get the 2 confused, but ever since they announced those, I could never discern between the 2. But we do have Farming Life in Another World. Buddy Daddies, which is everybody keeps comparing to Spy Family, because that's basically kind of the premise. There's 2 guys, they're both spies, and they just so happen to stumble upon adopting a little girl. And yeah, so look, hopefully we're in for that good balance of not only am I hoping that we're in for a good balance um, of action and comedy, obviously, but I'm really hoping there's something that kind of sets it apart from Spy Family, because obviously it's been done, right? But it can be done again. They just have to do it differently, do it correctly, do it properly, and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm looking forward to that. Next is My Life as Inukai-san's Dog, and this one it looks to be a wild one because, well, first of all, each episode is only like 12 minutes from what I've seen. Well, at least the first episode is like 12 minutes. So a little bit of a different. You gotta have a certain taste to like this. So, and it's basically this guy. I guess he gets reincarnated as a dog in his world. I have no idea, but basically, it's a really spicy show. It's full of fan service. That's what this is, essentially. So yeah, if you like that kind of thing, it is on. I'm pretty sure it's on High Dive. I can't remember. I have to refute all of these sometime in the future because I'm sure something's wrong. Anyways, January 7th, which is 2 days from now, we have Nier Automata version 1.18, and I really want to talk about this for a second. First of all, it's animated by A1 Pictures, who is, I think, had a stellar year last year. Like, they were animating all over the place. They were animating. They animated so many shows last year. They animated Love Is War. They animated Engage Kiss, which had great animation. Lycra's Recoil, great animation. I mean, they just had a great year last year, and I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like this will be one of their most polished shows yet. So I'm pretty excited. It truly shows that A1 Pictures is good at the original anime game. They are really good at that, as well as the anime adaptation part. Then we have Blue Lock Part 2 on January 7th also. Blue Lock has just been making waves since it dropped in October. It's, from what I've understood, the manga's very good. I haven't started reading it or anything, but I've heard good things about it. And the anime's doing pretty good. So probably expecting some of the same things, if not a kind of big, crescendo in what's happening right now. Another big crescendo anyways. And I think it'll keep making waves for this season also. So we have two more things. January 7th, we also have Trigun Stampede, which is generating a good bit of buzz in the anime community, both good and bad. It's getting mixed reactions, mixed receptions. From what I understand, there's some things different. I think, for one, the animation is different, which the animation, they decided to take on the animation that more people are taking these days, and that's kind of like the 2D mixed with the 3D kind of animation. I'd say it's kind of comparable, kind of sort of to Into the Spider-Verse a little bit. It's kind of that fun style. Which it looks good to me, I think. It looks good so far. But then I think they changed some things, like his design and stuff like that. From what I've heard, it's closer to the original than what it was in the first anime, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read something on that. And then the other thing is I think there was a character. There were some things that were off. All I know is that it's animated by Studio Orange, and that was the same studio that made Beastars, and they've always been pretty good with their animation on that show. They've always been able to make it work, even though that's not really my show to watch, but I always like the animation. But yeah, so Trigun Stampede, that'll be coming out January 7th. Let's hope it does good. Let's hope it does the Trigun series justice. And last on our list for January 8th, we have Inspector Season 2. Now, Inspector Season 1, when it came out, I think when it first came out, there was a lot of good reception from the show. It's basically, you know, fighting spirits and stuff like that. I haven't been able to watch it yet, but I probably will just to catch Season 2. I know everybody kind of fell off of it after a few episodes for Season 1. So I'm not sure why. I'm assuming it was like I think they said the story was kind of falling off a little bit, and it wasn't as focused as the first part. So here's hoping that they kind of refocus in Season 2. That's what the hope is, kind of, sort of. But yeah, Inspector Season 2 drops on January 8th. Now, I do know that there are a few anime that I've missed. Of course, I wasn't going to be able to get to everything, but I just wanted to get to those that kind of stood out to me in some way. Basically, I just kind of wanted to touch on those that I feel like might make some ripples and waves in the anime community when they drop. And I need to start watching some of those. Because I am behind. I just got off of watching all of the fall anime not too long ago, which was last week, I'm pretty sure. So, gotta get right back on the horse. Gotta take care of some things, and then I'll be on top of that stuff. But yeah, this is Sean, basically touching on just about every anime that's coming out this month. Maybe we'll touch on some of the other ones that might stand up more to me and stuff like that as I start watching. And yeah, let me know if there's any specific anime you guys want me to talk about. And you know, I'll listen. I'm right here. But yeah, with that being said, you guys, I will see you in the next video.